Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at me soloing Mega Gallade. I did a couple of raids in person with a few people. I think I actually only did one raid where I actually went in there with other people. I saw there was a couple already, so I just decided to go ahead and go in there and just to get it over with a little bit faster. But I'm going to go ahead and start this video right about now. And we do have partly cloudy weather, so it's going to be boosted for normal and rock type. So no particular type for anything is going to be getting any advantage for what we need to use here. So that's great. Well, I mean, it could be better. We could get a boost for, I don't know, fairy or flying or whatever, you know, that's super effective to it, which pretty much those, as well as ghost. But we're not going to be getting no steak and fog, even though a couple of days ago, like other places around the world, we had such thick fog, it was insane. I have to call you back there, friend. All right, so just got a phone call. But the fog was so thick that I could barely even see, I don't know, 50 feet down the road. It was insane. Apparently it was happening in other places and people were getting sick from it, but we won't go down that route. So when it came down to this here, the Mega Gallade, I mean, it's no big deal. It was a one and done, the first one that I did. I think the most difficult one that I had to go up against was the psychic one because, I mean, you know, everything else is really not doing too much. We're using mostly flying, right? I do have my Shadow Staraptor at the very end. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. A lot of times I'll just kind of revive my first 3 Pokemon and just go right back in there because those are doing so much more DPS damage than the last end of the Pokemon. You might as well just revive them. But it's not necessarily necessary to win to do that if you are trying to do it by yourself. But yeah, Mega Gallade or Mega Rayquaza was the key here. So when it comes down to doing these, I choose to just solo them because, you know, meeting up with a group of people and just knocking these out that much faster could help you out, get a lot more candy quicker. But I just, you know, at this point in the game for Pokemon Go, having been played this long, I just prefer to kind of just go around and take it easy by myself. Seeing that we have so much more gyms in my area, I don't need to rush around all over the place to kind of, you know, get this done. I could really just take my time and just go from one gym to another. And they had 30-minute spawns, so it was no big deal. It was easy money, 3 hours. I was actually about 45 minutes late to the event because I was trying to get up a video. And I didn't plan on doing the whole thing. I just kind of wanted to use my free raid passes. And well, not the free ones, the one that somebody gifted me, so thank you for that. Plus the ones that we were already going to get for the event. I was able to get a decent amount of XL candies. We're going to take a look at all of that. I did not get one single shiny when I was doing them in person, but when I did do the remote raids, I got 2 back-to-back. I didn't use all of my remote raid pass limit, say, was it 20? I didn't do them all. I did probably somewhere around 7 or so. I don't know what it was with this. I do have a guest in town, so I have been hanging out with them. I think that's one of the reasons why I wasn't really trying to go too hard here. But, you know, nonetheless, it was still fun. Unfortunately, the only thing Mega Gallade is good for is its initial release with this event, so you can get XL candies. Not only just the ones in your bag, but also the ones for Ralts, because Mega Gardevoir is actually going to be definitely something you want to invest in, even Shadow Gardevoir. Mega Gallade, yeah, you can make that investment, but you're not going to need the XL candies because you're not going to be completely maxing it out because it's really not worth it. There's nothing, I mean, you have fighting and you have psychic. It's not going to be too great from either aspects of those. You can have confusion and Synchronoise, which is going to be doing a decent amount of psychic type damage, but then again, you could just go with Mewtwo or something else, right? When it comes to the fighting, again, you can go with something else. It's just like, well, it's like a loss here. You have Mega Heracross, right? You got things like that that actually have good moves. See, if Gallade had counter or force palm, I don't know if it actually can learn those. I'm pretty sure it can learn counter. Then it's going to be that. It's going to be so much better. You better believe it. It'll put it on the map. But as of now, with the current moves, it's not necessarily good to go up against raids because of that. I mean, you can use it to go up against grunts. It's good in PvP. Don't get me wrong on that end. Definitely good in that aspect. But when it comes down to actually just using it as a raid attacker, it's just one of those things where it's just like, you can throw it to the wayside. If you have 100, you're a fan of it, you want to max it out, you know, have fun with it. Do what you got to do. But otherwise, it's not really going to be worth your investment, especially at a 500,000 Stardust. I can find a whole lot of other Pokemon to invest in other than that. So this Shadow Salamence was really putting in the work. It doesn't really last too long, but it's just that little bit of extra damage that's going to help me being able to take out these raid bosses by myself. And this is why I personally like investing in just a couple of each Pokemon, one of each, not too much, maxing out several of them. I've done it with Machamp, but none of them are actually at 50. So I don't know why I've never maxed one out, but it's a good thing because we're going to be getting the Gigantamax. I'm going to have to tell you, Dawn Wings was an absolute monster. I don't have to tell you that Mega Rayquaza was, because obviously it's doing the most damage, and the thing is just extremely strong with Dragon Ascend. That flying charge move is absolutely insane. But yeah, it's so much easier now that we have all of these strong Pokemon. Taking out raids is becoming so much easier. So here we go, taking a look at this. We do have the Routes Classic Community Day coming up. So maybe you were able to stack a bunch of XL candies. You have a Shadow Gardevoir you want to max out with Synchronoise, or at least you have a Shadow Routes ready to go. Remember to remove frustration coming this Team Rocket Takeover event, and then you'll be able to get that Synchronoise move on your Glade or Gardevoir, whatever you're trying to use. It's going to be better for Gardevoir, to be honest with you. Just a little heads up. So we're going to go ahead and just register it there. Might as well. All right. I don't typically make all of the megas when they come out. There's really no point for me to do so because some of them are just meh. But might as well just do that. So low kick, close combat, that's the best thing you're going to get as far as fighting type. Psychic and Synchronoise is the next best thing, or at least for its psychic typing. So there you go. I'm sitting at 292 XL candies. Not bad. That's pretty much enough to max out any normal type Pokemon. Nothing that's Shadow. So legendaries, mythicals. But look at this. I want to talk about this portion here. Look at my mythical Marshadow. Did you see those garbage IVs? Look, 10, 14, 10. I'm not maxing that out. Look at my shiny Shaman. Garbage. Second Garou. Garbage. I'm not going to look at those. Diancie. Garbage. You know, it's really, really annoying. I personally think these ones that you pay a ticket for, and you only get one of the, well, all right, say we'll get another one down the road, but the paid ticket Pokemon, especially the freaking shiny ones, they should literally have the floor IV of 13, 13, 13, not 10, 10, 10, because it's just too whack. You can't trade these. You can't fix their IVs as of now. Hopefully in the future, we've been talking about that, but you're stuck with it. Look at all my mythicals, they're garbage. My Keldeo attacks at 15, okay, but that defense doesn't really want to make me max it out, all right? Especially because of the resources are hard to invest. If I was able to get candies another way, I'd possibly think about it, but the fact that I have to put all of my XL candies right in there, I don't really think I want to do that. There's a ton of Pokemon that I would love to max out as far as mythicals are concerned. Pretty much almost all of them. I definitely want to max out my Mew, but I can't do that. Well, I could, but it just hurts too much to invest in all those XL rare candies for what? For a mediocre one, and then in the future we might get another paid ticket and then the IVs turn out to be better, and then I'm stuck with this garbage. It's a different story maxing out the Shadow Groudon with horrible IVs that I did, but it's another one to max out a mythical, and then you may get another one down the road that has better IVs, and especially because you're paying for them. But there you have it, folks. It's just fun for me to go out there and solo these by myself. Definitely love the fact that you can do that because we have these extremely strong Pokemons, these Megas, and these Fusion Pokemon that are just absolutely dominating these other Pokemon with their damage. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to show you my Mega Gallade Day. I did 16 or so. You had 15 if you had the paid ticket. I did one more extra, and then I called it good. And then again, I did about 7 remote raids, so I didn't really go too crazy on this one here, but I had a good time since I was able to do it by myself. It's extremely windy. Bridges are falling over here. Well, at least one is, as far as I know. Lights keep flickering, so we'll see what happens, making sure all my things are charged because, yeah, but it looks like it's calming down. Thank you for stopping by. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care.